James. We'll let you start.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 6th annual Gold Rush Kickoff. I think back a few years ago when we started this, and we wanted it to be a really big deal. And the governor kept saying it's going to be a really big deal, and I thought, I hope that this catches on, I hope that it works. And I will say that I believe that it is now a holiday, a West Virginia holiday. Gold Rush has become such a major event. People look forward to it all year. It's a great time for little kids to get out and get introduced to fishing. Little ones like Piper back here. It is a great time to kick off spring and a great time to enjoy Almost Heaven, West Virginia. So there are lots of folks here today. As it's grown, our network of partners has grown even more. We've got a ton of folks here from the DNR. Thank you all for making this possible. We've got a number of folks here from the park who welcome folks 365 days a year. I see Mayor Andy back there. I see Todd from Senator Capito's office, Eve from the Park Service, all kinds of folks. So thank you all for being here. Last year at this event, the governor gave us a little bit of a surprise. We had been talking about putting a trail back here, but we were nowhere near ready to announce a trail or put a trail there. And as he got up and took the microphone, Jimmy and I texted him and said, uh-oh. And the governor announced, hey, we're building a trail to the national park. So these guys here at the first row have done an amazing job putting it together. And I'm going to let others speak about that, but before I did anything else, I wanted to thank you all. So Governor, thank you for always keeping us on our toes, even when you make us nervous and announce new things we're not ready for, and for pushing us to make them bigger and better, because the little tiny speck on the tourism map that we were 6 years ago when we started Gold Rush has grown, and we are now an international acclaimed tourism destination. So thanks for everything you do. I'm going to turn it over to Brett, who's going to talk a little bit about Gold Rush, and then we will turn it over to Jimmy and then to the governor. All right.
I couldn't get her to come up. Well, thank you, Chelsea, and absolutely, what a beautiful day it is. I mean, my goodness, Babcock State Park, what a better place to be. And she's right. These folks in the front row, after that challenge last year, I saw the work that they did. It's amazing. You guys need congratulated more than any of us can do today. So I do thank you for that, and thank you for that challenge you gave them. They did it, Governor. Anyway, 6th Annual Gold Rush. Chelsea's exactly right. This has become a West Virginia state holiday, as it is our largest stocking initiative that we do in the state. We're going to stock over 50,000 pounds of golden rainbow trout, and that is a native species here in the state of West Virginia. We're going to hit 68 waters, 47 lakes, and 21 streams, and our intent will be to turn this into a family-oriented activity. You, the governor, I all love this sport. We want to grow it in any way that we can, and we think that getting the kids into fishing, hunting, the outdoor sports are the best thing we can be doing right now. 100 of these golden trout have been tagged. There will be some good prizes to give away. 5 lucky anglers will receive a West Virginia lifetime fishing license. We'll have, and I don't want to get this wrong, we'll have state parks overnight lodging giveaways. We'll have state park gift cards and a lot of exclusive Gold Rush merchandise to be given away, such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, patches, etc. I think one of the things that I do want to mention is the program itself. A little less than a year ago, the governor challenged us to something else that may have not been too publicly noticed, but he wants to see our trout production increase. This is one of the ways that we're doing this. The Bowden restructure renovation project has almost put us in the lead, I believe, for the East Coast as far as trout fisheries. What we're doing, the program can all be attributed to this guy's vision and his never wavering belief in our natural resources. I can't tell you how lucky I am and how lucky the citizens of the state are to have a governor that sees and enjoys the beauty of our natural resources. So Governor, I'll keep it short. I really want the crowd to hear from you this morning. I can't thank you enough for everything you do for us. So thank you for coming here today. Again, I will say, you notice he hits our areas very, very frequently. Thank you for all your support.
Jimmy, you turn it on?
Let me introduce this guy if I could. This is Secretary Jimmy Wriston, who accepted that challenge from the governor. Jimmy, you do phenomenal work. I tell you, I can't speak highly enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Brent. We do phenomenal work because I've got great people working out there on these roadways. And now we have produced the premier trail in the state of West Virginia. Make no mistake about it, this is something special. This is park quality work these guys did out there. And it's just unbelievable that a year ago today, we stood here and Chelsea and I completely blindsided by the governor with his vision. But that's exactly the way we've been working together ever since we put this guy in office. That's exactly what's happened. He built a great team around him, a team that works together, that communicates together, that looks for ways to help each other do the great things that he sees for us and for West Virginia. So, Governor, I couldn't be more proud of these guys on the front row here. Couldn't be more proud. So I'm going to turn it over to you for a moment, and then I have a little presentation for them if you'll help me with it. So without saying anything further for the moment, the great 36th Governor of the state of West Virginia, Jim Justice.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. And, you know, I think about this stream, and a few years back, my good Lord of living, 50 years back, you know, and the time just goes, and it goes in all of our lives. So I would challenge you for sure, for those little ones that are here, spend as much time with them as you can, because before you turn around 3 or 4 times, you'll have white hair like me, and really and truly, before we turn around too many times, they'll have white hair too. Now just think about this. 50 years ago, you know, we would stock this stream, and there was a fella here, his name was Bob Crowley, I think was his name, and Mr. Crowley was the superintendent of the park. And and there was a friend of mine, Howard Burnett, and Howard was an engineering student at West Virginia Tech, and I was at Marshall University, and we would come, and Mr. Crowley, you know, we would help stock the fish, especially when they stocked the fish in below the cabins. There's no stream, there's no trout stream anywhere that I know of, anywhere in the absolute world that's this quality right here. That down there is so beautiful, it's just off the chart. I can't tell you the number of days that I would walk all the way to the river and try to start fishing my way back in the middle of the summer. Most every time, I think during all those trips, I probably caught 2 trout. I caught a lot of little horny-toed minnows, you know, but literally, it absolutely was the most beautiful place on the planet. And today, you know, I am so proud of these great men, our secretaries, whether it be, you know, Chelsea or Jimmy, all the people here at the park, all the people that, you know, all of our law enforcement officers, all of you that are making that become a reality. Now, to where truly guests coming to West Virginia are going to see what I saw many times 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, many times. Now, with that being said, also, today opens our Gold Rush. And you know, they can give me a hard time for saying to them, we're going to build that road, you know. Well, I stood in front of the Coalfield Expressways out there and said, we're going to build a damn road, you know. Now, really and truly, they just talk about, you know, challenges and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, they don't want to get in my way on something like this. I mean, this is too important, too big, too important. That's all there is to it. And they have been the greatest of the greatest of the greatest. They're right. They're right in this. I challenge them all the time. We have an incredible team, and they get it done. This is amazing, amazing what's happening right here. Amazing about Gold Rush and our director, Brick Mamillion. Think about it. Think about just that when we started it and everything. We didn't have any idea that this was going to blossom into this right here. We hoped. But it is absolutely remarkable, just one thing and one thing alone. All you ever had to do was absolutely become proud of your own pond. Now, I've told you that a bunch of times, but really you were beat down. You were expected to know your place, and your place was, and God forbid, we need to keep in prayer those folks in Mississippi today. But your place many times was to be in a race with Mississippi on who was going to be dead last. Absolutely. Look at this. Look at this place here. Look at us. Look at how we are. Look at the fact that we know the difference between right and wrong. It isn't with us what you can just get by with. We are good people, really good people, and appreciative people, and we live in paradise. All you had to do was become really proud of your pond. And then all of a sudden, off we go. Off we go. In every direction imaginable. Just imagine 10 years ago, 6 years ago, who would have ever thunk it? And I use thunk it in slang for you to just get this. Who would have ever thunk it that West Virginia would be in an international travel guide as saying that's the place to go to? There's just no way to imagine what you've done. All I did was just turn you loose. And really and truly, I believed it all along. I've got you to where you believe. And that's a powerful, powerful force. So with all that being said, now I've almost forgot something that's way more important than me. You really don't care about seeing me, I know. Let her out here. Now, who you really want to see is Baby Doll. Come on, baby. Come on, girl. Get in your chair. Come on. Turn around here. Now I see you got your cameras out, don't you? Now, the whole time I was talking, there's not a single one of you that took a single picture. Now, I get that. And I'm okay with that. And I would tell you this, when we get ready to leave, we're done, and they're going to stock some fish over here, and then we're going to go on that incredible trail. But Baby Doll, while they're stocking fish, and I'll sit right here, and we'll let you, come up if you want to say hi to Baby Doll and get your picture made with her and make me feel bad. That's okay. Listen, God gave you the ability to smile and to laugh. He gave you that. And along the way, he told you and he told all of us that the journey was going to be tough. It's going to be tough. He wants it that way, to just test our mettle. That's all there is to it. Absolutely use that ability to smile and laugh. The journey's tough enough every day. Now, let me tell you just this about this little thing. 3 years ago at Christmas, my son and daughter just handed us this little puppy on Christmas Eve. And I thought, holy cow, what's this going to be? I mean, she's going to grow, this little puppy is going to grow into something big, big, big. I never really thought about this. But then along came COVID. And along came the responsibilities of a governor as to whether to shut a school down or shut a business down or absolutely funeral after funeral after funeral after funeral. It was tough. And every time I looked at Baby Dog, she made me smile. And then I noticed every time she looked, you looked at her, you smiled. And before you know it, the thing that was the most incredible of all is, and I've told you this 10,000 times, but it's just fact. If there's one person that hadn't heard it, listen to me. A bulldog's not supposed to like everybody, but she loved everybody. Now, at the end of the day, when COVID touched all of our lives, in a time that was the toughest of the toughest, if we could just make others smile and we loved everybody, how could there be a message to get us through all that any better than that? So at the end of the day, she did a lot for me. She did a lot for you too. And so I just keep smiling and know that absolutely this thing and this thing are on the same dietary program. She loves chicken nuggets, don't you, baby? Yeah, All right, well, listen, I think we ought to stock some fish, and that man over there is waiting on us to stock. Look at this stream. Is this not unbelievable? Unbelievable. The beauty of this place is unbelievable. So, and all of you, let's roll. I guess we're going to watch them from here stock the fish, and then we're going to head down the trail. And from the standpoint of me talking to you, unless I've left something out, have I left something out, Chelsea or Jimmy? Oh, yes, we have. Let's do this, Jimmy, right now, please.
All right. Governor, if it's okay, I'll read their names and hand you the certificate. If you guys
well, let's tell them what we're doing.
This is the crew that built the trail. That's the whole story right there, and you're gonna see it with your own eyes. And a picture's worth 1,000 words, so I'm not gonna use the 1,000 words. So I'll just call their name and hand you the certificate. If you guys will come up, and the governor will hand you the certificate. First of all, let's Ben Proudfoot. John Fouch.
Hey, John. There you go, buddy. Appreciate you. Good to you.
Scott Cooper.
There you go, man. Great job. Great job.
Larry Day.
Hey, Larry. Good seeing you.
Randy Guthrie.
Hey, Randy. Good job, man. Good job. Hold it that way.
Jeffrey Adams.
Let's do this.
Our crew chief, Greg Pennington.
Look over here now. Good to see you, Greg. Let's go, folks. Let's go.
Last but not least, this was an amazing guy right here.
I've seen it many years ago.
This the last one is he's just recently retired from us after nearly 30 years. This is the guy that really pushed these guys. He's the guy that put it all together and kept it moving down here. So Todd Schoonover.
Todd, you too, buddy.
Well done, men. Well done. Well done.
Great job.
So, Governor, if you'd like, we'll cut the ribbon on the brand new world-class trail in Babcock.
Yeah, we're going to do that, baby. Don't jump down. All right, baby, you got to stay right here for a second. You stay there.
gotta get up real close to the river.
Okay, I'm gonna count it down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going back here.
Governor, I think we're ready to put those fish in now. Are you? You think the crowd's ready? All right, Jim.